Hi, it's Jared from Strongrootsfarmoh. Welcome back to the farm. Today, we are going to be working on our Massey Ferguson 1840M, and we will be changing out a oil pressure sensor. Now, I also made a video, icon looks something like this, on how to change out the speed sensor. It's on the speed sensors are located on the front of the engine, and we initially changed out the speed sensor for the code because that's what the dealership told me. But as I started investigating on my own, there's not a lot of information out there. I went backwards, looked at some other tractors, and eventually found out we're gonna go with the oil pressure sensor. So that is this little booger right here. Has a little threaded in. You can see it has Teflon tape on it. So when I reinstalled the new one, I did put Blue Monster Teflon tape on it. And so today I'm going to show you where this is located, how to change it out, what tools you'll need. And the big thing is it doesn't even match prints from AGCO. So stick around, I'll show you everything. Welcome back, thanks for joining us. Unfortunately, we've had a time with this tractor trying to fix it on our own. They do not give very good prints. There is nothing online that I have found for this model to really help me. This is a full hydrostat model. They do make the 1840M in either the speed shift or the full hydrostat. We wanted a smaller full hydrostat tractor to clean manure and move stuff around. It's been a very good tractor. I missed the bumper to bumper warranty by 2 months on this tractor, or this would have been getting fixed at the dealer. So first I want to show you the codes. So I want to show you what the code is reading. And so we'll start the tractor up. I'll show you the code that is reading on the dashboard that helped us get to this. Now, when I gave this code to the dealership, like I said in the beginning, they told me speed sensors, which were 140 bucks, and I replaced them. Now, as I did my own investigation, I came up with this oil pressure sensor, which is this little thing that we showed, and that's what we're going to replace today. So you need to see the code that's on my dashboard to see if you're having the same issue. What happens, you're driving along, it goes completely limp, you can't throttle up or down. Even if you shift, it always goes the same speed. It doesn't allow you to move it, but basically you have no power. If you're pulling something, you're gonna probably have to unhook it. It was just enough to kind of get it into my shop, probably 1.5 mile an hour or something like that, very slow. So that's what the problem was, limp mode, and the code that you're gonna see right here. So I get a 0-100 here, a 0-1 here, hydraulic there, hydraulic with an exclamation point on this one. So we went to the dealer, we diagnosed some stuff. They gave us a print, says that the speed sensors were here. We initially replaced them, and now we're at number 2 on top of the block. They told me is this engine oil pressure sensor. I'm gonna give you a close-up of this print. That way you can screenshot it. The print shows it's number 2 on top of the block, which would be at the front left wheel. That is not where this sensor is. Now, since this sensor does not match the print, I wanna show you where it's at. So we are on, I'm not sure if the camera will kind of show this backwards. This is our front right side tire. You can see my handle right there for my boom, my bucket. And we are right down here. That white filter is my oil filter. And we're gonna come right down into here is where that sensor is actually located. The sensor is located right here next to your oil filter. Okay, you can see that sensor. Now, seems like it's an easy place to get to, but because of all the other stuff around it, you can't get a wrench on it. Once again, it is a 27 millimeter, but if you don't have a 27 millimeter, 1 1/16 will work at this angle, and you just kind of have to rotate it around one rib at a time to loosen and reinstall. The one thing, when you reinstall this, there's a tab right there. That tab, you kind of want it pointing down and towards the left to give you the best angle to put the wire connector back onto it. So once we found the sensor, it has the wire connection on this, and I wanna start with this so you can kind of see the tip here. It does not have like a tooth. So you think you're gonna have to press a knob, and how does it come on or off? And you're afraid to break something because it's pretty small. And really the trick is you just got to wiggle it back and forth and it just pulls off. It's just held on there by compression. There is no button to push. And I found that out taking it very slow because I was afraid to break a wire. But don't be afraid of it. Grab it and wiggle and pull and that wire will come off. Let's go take a look at that. All right, our speed sensor is right here. This is the wire I'm speaking of. It's a pretty thin wire. You need to be very careful. So you can take some needle nose pliers and possibly grab a hold, but I really wouldn't recommend that too much unless you just cannot get this. If you need a better grip, that's probably the best option. I was able to get it off with my fingers. Took about 30 seconds to a minute of wiggling and pulling, but you can pull this housing off. Let's see if we can get a little bit better angle. Now, with this camera, it's really hard, but it's just a plastic clip that slides over that end. Now, as we had the wire off, and it helps to have this out to kind of show you, this is a 27 millimeter. You cannot use a socket. It would be very nice if you could use a deep well, but you have to use a wrench at a weird angle, which I'll show you. It's 27 millimeters, or you can get by with an 1/16 inch. I think 24 millimeter is the largest wrench I really have in the shop, and I go all the way up to 2 inches on my standard SAE wrenches, and so I got away with this 1/16 inch. So 27, if you have that wrench, that's what it really should be used. All right, and that's kind of it. You take this out. I took my wrench. Once I got about 1 or 2 full turns on this thing, I was able to take it out by hand fairly easy. Now, when I put my Blue Monster, and I prefer Blue Monster Teflon tape, you can use just regular any Teflon tape. Metal to metal, Teflon tape is really there just for a lubricant more than it is a sealant. But 1 or 2 wraps around here with Teflon tape, get this started back in. Now, when I put it back in, I had to use the wrench a little bit more than when I took it out because the Teflon tape was kind of giving me some friction more than my little fingers could, tighten up in there in that little port. So I probably made 3 to 3.5 turns, complete turns with the wrench. One thing that you'll notice here, this pin is to one side and you want to make sure it's towards the front tire and maybe even a little down like this right here. That way that plastic clip is a little bit easier to go on there and you're not going to rub with anything. So once again, quick overview, you know where it's at. You pull the wire off, 27 millimeter, take it out, put Teflon tape on your new one, put it back in, put the wire back in, and now we're going to check and see if that fixed the issue. Well, I ran it for about 10 minutes and it used to kick off after about 30 seconds or a minute. So I let it run for 10 minutes, moved it back and forth a little bit. Seems like we're good. This was 55 bucks. The speed sensors are like 140, like I said, and there are 2 speed sensors on the front of this. That you'll see those on the print, when I showed you the print there, if that is your issue. So I hope this video helped. There was nothing else on YouTube or online when I looked this up. They do not have do a very good job of showing us and giving me prints and schematics. Didn't even recommend when I asked them, hey, can I get a book? Is there a service manual? I'll pay the, 100 bucks, whatever it is. They say they really don't show a whole lot. It's really hard, but they're $200 and some. So I just got to keep figuring things out like that, I guess. It's a little bit different. This is my first Massey tractor. We've always been John Deere green prior to this. Maybe I, should have paid for the green tractor. I don't know. But other than that, this has been a very good tractor, but I had this little issue. So sensors, they go bad. Doesn't matter what company you are. Sensors are junk half the time. And so hope that video helped you make it. Appreciate everybody watching. Please hit that like button. It does help our channel, and I spent a lot of money on this. It's been a very frustrating couple days. So if you could hit that like button, it would at least help ease my pain a little bit. Appreciate it. Till next time, thanks for watching.